All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm here with the new Tesla, I think it's a 25, maybe 24 is Model 3 Performance. And I'm in this car because I'm doing a 24-hour demo drive. I've been really thinking about Tesla again. Don't get me wrong, I love the Type R. I really don't want Type R to go anywhere. I don't know if I'm gonna have two dailies or not. This sounds ridiculous. But I'm really starting to I missed the idea of having that Tesla that I had, and I sold my car for certain reasons, my last 2023 Model 3 Performance. And this one seems to have fixed a lot of the issues that I had with mine. I really actually enjoyed driving it from the showroom. It was about 40 miles to my house. I felt like it handled well. The steering felt nice. It was comfortable, and I like just having, with the Performance, having these exclusive pieces, spoiler things that no one else can really replicate on non-Performance, and it kind of sets it apart from the other cars. Also, I don't think I'm gonna run into issues where, or I say issues, run into things where I don't see a lot of these on the road. People who are gonna buy these, they're gonna want a Performance. Before I was seeing a bunch of Performance because the wait time was shorter. So most people just said, oh, okay, I'll just grab the Performance and, maybe put some different tires on it. It'll be just the same. And then they complain about like, well, I don't like the Performance because the suspension is too rough, or this and this, and then Tesla making it softer. But anyway, I feel like they kind of actually tried to make this car feel like a performance car, and I felt like I was driving a high performance electric car. Let me get into this interior. I'll tell you a little bit more why I kind of like it. For one, my biggest issue were the seats. So you can see here the seats. They're perforated. They have the bolstering. And I sat in, I was like, I really like the seats. It makes it more comfortable. But having the perforation, and it was 90 degrees today, which is great for me to try this out because I got a chance to really feel it. And the cooled seats really helped. And I remember my last Model 3, I would sit there and I would be stuck. I'd be like, not stuck, but I would just be like sweating in my seat. So I feel like they really fixed that part. The range seemed to be better. And I'll tell you what, the Autopilot, wow. I had 2023, I sold my car around this time last year. It's kind of funny. I'm making some bad financial choices. I sold my 23 last year around this time. And, while it was nice and I liked it, I just liked, I don't know what it was. This one just feels more purposeful. It feels like, okay, for example, the road noise. It was quieter than mine, but it's even more quieter in this car. The seats, I slid around in my seats. It didn't feel like a performance car. I would slide out of my seat. The bolstering's fixed. The acceleration, while they obviously on the test drive, they limit me to 85, so I can't really comment about the top end acceleration. I may have to find one on Turo, and hopefully the host will let me get a little bit more than 85 miles an hour, but I really want to see what it's like at that 75 mile an hour punch, because that's usually where I want some power if I'm stuck behind somebody and I need to get around them. And that 67 mile an hour mark, I could punch it and get around. But I felt on my last Model 3, my 2023, it was too much. It's almost like a gear that was ran out, like it was going to run out. So I'd like to see if this is improved. The next thing, the sound system. I love the sound system that was in my last Tesla. No complaints. I mean, it was probably one of the best sound systems I ever had in the car. And this car, took that sound system and really turned it up a notch. No pun intended. But it is fantastic. The Autopilot. And I'll tell you about the Autopilot. I'm here charging here. I'm at the house. I still have the wall connector here. But the Autopilot, he put it in this mode called Hurry. And I decided to drive home with it. And it really drives just like you're in a hurry. It sits there. It moved itself. I won't say not aggressively, but it's kind of semi-aggressive. It made itself assertively into the left lane and parked itself in the left lane and started and went at my speed. And it made passes that I was not expecting for it to make, but it drove perfect. It drove perfect. My last car, I had disengaged Autopilot every once in a while, and that was when they first redid everything and they said, okay, here's what we're doing. I didn't know that they made it this much. Like my last one they had the whole visualization where you can see the whole screen. It made turns. It was all the whole neural network. So it was all like pretty much erased, and it was using more AI decisions as opposed to where it's like, okay, we get to intersection A, we have 3 choices. It was like it responded accordingly. And I guess I had no complaints with it, other than a few little things where I knew that it would kind of you get a little hesitant. But now it just drives nice. It drives like a human. It was making a turn. I was making a turn on my street. I had it on, and I waited for it to make the turn. And as I was waiting to make the turn signal was on. The oncoming car is coming. As the car started to pass by, the Tesla started inching its way forward, and the wheels started to turn because it's getting and ready to make the turn like a human would do. Not like it's like, okay, car passes by, let's go ahead and turn. It was already starting to roll itself forward to show that this is what it's going to do. I don't saying I want to spend this money again and get back into Tesla. Let's see. Version. They show what version this is. So you can see what version I'm on. Now, I don't qualify for the tax credit. And this is where 289 watt hours per mile. That was with me driving 75 mile an hour and punching it. That is crazy. I was not expecting 75 watt hour per mile. 20 to 20. Look at this thing. This actually is more efficient. My last Tesla, I had to struggle to get that. I think I had to check my videos again or see where I was. But I don't think 289 was a little bit harder for me to achieve. At 75, I mean, I remember driving 65 and trying to get 289. Okay. But yeah, other than that, let me know, everybody. Let me know what you think. The ambient lighting here, everything else just seems like I like it. Even the doors feel nice when I shut them. Last Tesla always felt cheap. I had to say it, but it did. This door feels more solid. Oh, there goes that plate. The lights and everything come off. Do you want to see me get rid of the Type R and get into this? Or would you rather see me get rid of the Audi SQ5 and get into this? Or dread to see me get rid of the Type R, get rid of this, and get a Plaid. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the video, in the comments in the video. Obviously, we're watching the video, but let me know what you think. I love the Type R. I like the Type R for what it is, for what it can do. But this Tesla, I like the updated, the facelift. Maybe I wait next year, prices will be lower, and I pick one up a little bit cheaper. And I won't buy a brand new one, buy a used one, because I've lost so much money on the new one I bought last year. The fact that I don't qualify for tax credit doesn't make sense for me to buy a new one anyway. I could buy one that's kind of got some miles on it, just a little bit of miles. All right, let me know. Although there is 0% financing right now, so I could finance it and probably have a cheaper payment than I would do on a, I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, just a short video to kind of give my thoughts. The hardware 4 on this is like I said, much improved out. I guess my main thing I should check is the wipers. The wipers sucked on my last one. They're always go to hyperspeed. Tesla owners, if you have one of these, the new ones, like the facelift, do the wipers still go into hyperspeed when there's just a little bit of mist on the windshield or a little light rain and they don't stop? Or do they seem more normal rain sensing wiper behavior? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to hear your feedback. I may try to find one too on Turo and see if I can rent it for like a week or two and just kind of give it a good test drive. Anyway, thank you for watching.